One of the most important people in the early months of the formation of Cumann, of course, is the great Jennie Wyse Power. Now, Jennie Wyse Power had been an activist for many decades at this stage. She actually, as a young woman, had been involved in the Ladies' Land League and was quite friendly with Anna Parnell, supported Parnell during the split, had been a founder member of Indian the Heron, was also an active suffrage campaigner, knew all the main players. And in lots of ways brings a certain gravitas, I suppose, and a certain acceptance by her presence on the Cumann Executive Committee. And actually, with the exit of Agnes O'Farrelly, Jennie Wyse Power becomes the most senior member by the end of 1914 and is elected president of Cumann. Interestingly, Wyse Power doesn't participate personally in the 1916 Rising, but continues to be a very prominent figure in Cumann, is one of the women who is on the central executive, is there during the split that happens in Cumann because of the Redmondite call to the Irish volunteers to participate in the war effort. And Cumann is affected by the volunteer split. It itself splits. Even though the executive is anti-Redmond, a number of the branches aren't, and they go with the Irish volunteers, and some others support the national volunteers. The Jennie Wyse Power herself, her story continues on through the War of Independence, and then during the treaty debates she's pro-treaty and actually eventually leaves Cumann and founds Cumann na Saoirse, or is one of the founder members of Cumann na Saoirse. And her post War of Independence life, I suppose, continues on, her activism. She is one of the first Irish Free State senators put in there by William T. Cosgrave once the Irish Free State government is set up. And she remains a senator in the first Senate, the one that is in place until it is dissolved by De Valera in 1936. She remains there until 1936, is an active opponent of the inclusion of the articles in the 1937 Constitution which deal with women, and continues until her death in the early 1940s as an activist. So in looking at Jennie Wyse Power, you see somebody who has a long trajectory of female activism, of national activism, and who continues on that through her membership of Cumann and through her very active position as president and then on the executive of Cumann.